Okay, just a little summary of this section. Kieran, the ferryman, refuses at first to carry Aeneas and the Sibyl across the river Styx, but then voila, the golden bow, and then he changes his tune. Okay, so we got therefore they proceed on the journey having been begun, and they approach the river. Okay, then we got this ut yam. This is not in a subjunctive clause because there's no subjunctive, right? So when you see ut in the indicative, you translate it as. That's a great multiple choice question right there. Ut, not the subjunctive, you translate it as. So this is literally as soon as the ferryman caught sight of those from the Stygian wave. Stygian is like the adjective for the river Styx. Okay, then this is an indirect statement, right? Like that those who were going from the Stygian wave through the silent grove and were turning their step to the bank. Thus, at first, he attacks them with words, and I don't know, I said chides. Do y'all know what that means? Like, it's not like rebuke, but like, reprimands. Okay, and he reprimands them further. Or, we learned this word as voluntarily. Okay, then we got whoever you are who holds the I said who, I don't know what I did. I said who, having been armed, holds to our shores. That's not shores, it's rivers. To our rivers. This is like a imperative. Okay, so it's like, tell me now from that spot. So why you are coming. This is a present subjunctive. And check your steps. Like stop your steps. So we got Okay, so I said this is the place of the shades. Of sleep. And of sleepy night. Okay, then you got, this next part is nefas est. So, it is unlawful to carry living bodies in my Stygian ship. Nor, indeed, did I rejoice to have received. Okay, and this is a patronymic. What's a patronymic? Yeah, so the patronymic for Alcides is the patronymic for Hercules. So to have received Hercules I think it's like to connect. Uh-huh. Yeah, it says, according to the story, Chiron was punished by a year's imprisonment for assisting Hercules to enter Hades by ferrying him across the Styx. On the journey, Hercules carried off Cerberus to the upper world. Okay, I think I left out a me in here. Nor did I rejoice. Maybe it'd be like, did I myself rejoice to have admitted Hercules going in the pool. Okay, now look, this Laetatus S is Lidites. What's Lidites? Nope. Understatement. So, was he really not rejoicing? Okay, nor Theseus and Pirithous, Pirithous. Okay. Okay, so you gotta use this essent twice next. Although they were born from the gods, and were unconquered in strengths. Then we got he, talking about Hercules. Sought I think you gotta put, he sought into chains the guard of Tartarus with his hand, meaning Cerberus. and dragged him trembling. Okay, that goes back to Cerberus, right? And dragged him trembling from the throne of the king himself. These guys, talking about Theseus and Pirithous, okay, and then I put a sunt here, attempted to carry off the queen from the bridal chamber of Pluto. Who was that? Proserpina, yep. Okay, so that's all the reasons why he doesn't really want to take them. Okay, so this next part, the Sibyl's going to reply. So we got, against this, the Amphrysian priestess, okay, which is talking about the Sibyl. Why is she called Amphrysian? It's a river along which Apollo once herded cattle. What? I know. Why would someone need to do names and different things? He's just being pretty, and he had room in the line to do it. So there you go. Okay, so on account of the opposite this, the Amphrysian priestess briefly spoke, and here's what she said. You have to stick an est in here. So there is no such treachery. What do y'all want to know? There's no such ambush here. This is an imperative. Stop being moved. Literally says stop to be moved, but that doesn't make any sense. Stop being moved. Nor do our weapons carry force. The huge doorkeeper barking in his cave you're going to translate this as may. The book says so far as we are concerned, but I think we can just say may. So we got the huge doorkeeper barking in his cave, may do so eternally. And then it says to put uts with the rest of this, with these subjunctives. To frighten the bloodless shades. Okay, then we got Proserpina may That's okay. So I got Proserpina may save the threshold of her father in chastity. Sorry, the threshold of her uncle in chastity. Like, in other words, we're not coming down here to get those people. We're just trying to get across the bridge and for you to leave us alone. Okay, then we got Trojan Aeneas, right? What do we call him? We call him distinguished in piety, or distinguished in devotion. Let's do that. It's like devotion to duty, doing what the gods want you to do. Okay, when have we used this phrase before? When have we seen that phrase before? On the last test. No, I think it was the test before that.
No, this last test we had, like, when that Heidi was on there, and I was like, ooh, I wrote about that. What does that mean? I knew that's...
Well, that's like a key central thing to the Roman deal.
I like got, I think I thought I meant, like, something totally different at the time, but, like, I knew it had something to do with, like, kind of like religion, but not like religion.
Not in this sense. It's the devotion to doing what the will of the gods want you to do. That's like big A central theme to the Aeneid.
I knew it was like I'd do the values and stuff, but it couldn't.
Remember, we saw that the man distinguished in piety calms the crowd when Neptune calms the storm. So it's like Neptune calms the storm is like Aeneas calming the crowd, which is like Augustus bringing the Pax Romana back to Rome. Remember that from book 1? Yep. Okay, so we got the Trojan Aeneas. Let's see. Okay, so distinguished in devotion and in arms. Descends to the lowest shades. Like, to the lowest shades. Well, I guess it'd be to the lowest shades that way. Hold on. Of Erebus to see his father. Okay. If the image of such great devotion moves you in no way, at least may you recognize this branch. I did at least. That could be totally not. How about like, but may you recognize this branch. Okay, and then she shows the branch which was lying under her clothes. Wow. She discloses the branch which was lying hidden under her clothes, under her robe. Okay, then his swollen heart subsides from its anchor. So your book says to stick a dictasunt in here. So it's like no more was said than these words. So this is an ablative of comparison with plural. Okay, then we got that one, admiring, that one being not Cerberus, Chiron, admiring the venerable gift of the fateful bough, of the fateful stick. Having been seen after a long time, he turns to them his dark ship and approaches the bank. Then he disturbs the other spirits who were sitting on the long benches, and he clears the gangway. What is that word? I guess he clears the decks. At the same time, he receives huge Aeneas to the boat. Okay, he groans. Under the weight. No, I meant, sorry. Okay, so Kumba and then Sutil on the next line is your subject. I was like, I don't think Karen groaned under the weight. So it's like the, whatever that word means. Why doesn't it ever tell me the words? I don't know. Okay, so it's like the sewed boat groans under the weight, and leaking receives much water. Okay. At last, he lands both the priestess and the hero safe across the river in unsightly mud and in gray sludge. Then we got huge Cerberus makes these kingdoms. It's like makes them resound, I guess. Huge Cerberus makes these kingdoms resound with a three-throated bark. Reclining huge in the entrance of the cave. What do you think the priestess is going to do? She's going to give him a drugged cake, right? To him, talking about Cerberus. So to him, the priestess, seeing his neck, now it's like now, like bristling with snakes. Oh, okay. I guess this is an indirect statement. Seeing that his necks were now bristling with snakes.
So in our book, or on our translation right here, we have, like up there, the last word has is, or it says is. Is that what thing where it switches to is and
Yeah.
How do you really know that again?
Well, I just looked at that and go, well, it can't be ablative, right? That's how I know. I think on the AP exam it's ES. I'm like 99% sure. ES is the right thing. It's just that some editions have ES. Okay, hold on. Let's get the rest of the sentence here. Throws a cake having been soaked with honey and medicated grains.